Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. It is a Tell the Truth Wednesday, and I'm your host, Mike Barra, in Las Vegas, Nevada, joined as I always am on Mondays and Wednesdays, and maybe in the future Fridays, by my co-host, the lovely lady with the lustrous hair from Hayden, Idaho, Jennifer Falah. Jen, how are you on this wonderful Wednesday?
Doing really good. We have a windstorm outside, so I'm going to hopefully nothing interrupts the signal.
Good. Well, that's, we don't want the signal interrupted. And of course, we have to kill a little time here because of the new system with Restream where you don't see the stream before it actually appears. So all the YouTube people are late getting in here. So we got to kill a little bit of time. Jen, I'm having a shit day so far. I get up, and everything's fairly normal except for my sinus headache, which is probably an infection. So I'm taking my pills. I had a migraine yesterday. Great day. Awesome day, right? Feeling great. All I've got to do today is I have this live stream at 11:15. Diana and Kristen, the Mike Barra Pets ladies, are going to join us. So Jen, you're off at 11:15. If you were even going to stay that long, I don't even know.
Off then.
Yeah, I'll just kick you off. You can stay if you want.
No, I have readings. I gotta.
Yeah, so we'll give Jen a break at 11:15, and then Diana and Kristen are going to join us. So save your pet questions. Well, you can ask Jen what's going on with your pets, but then stick around for the pet questions because Diana and Kristen will be here to answer all those questions from MikeBarraPets.com. I'm getting my shower. I'm running late. Why am I running late? Because I'm trying to conquer Norway, and I went overtime with that. I took Barkley for his walk. I get in there, and I go to dry my hair with the hairdryer, and it doesn't work. And I'm like, okay, this hairdryer is like 7 years old. Did it give up the ghost finally? Thank you, Costco. Awesome $20 buy 7 years ago. Then I go grab Dave's hairdryer, plug it in. No, it doesn't work either. So for some reason, the outlet in my bathroom has simply stopped working for reasons completely unknown. Then I hear this crunching sound coming from my living room. And I'm like, what the F is going on there? So I go out to the living room and I'm thinking a cat's digging into a box or something. Oh no, that's not what's happening. I open my window, my sliding glass door shades, and my inflatable Frosty and my inflatable Rudolph have tipped over. They have collapsed, and the water spout is spraying all over my sliding glass door. And I have no idea what the fuck just happened with that. But now I got to fix that. Then I have to do a little bit of pre-cleaning because the cleaners are coming at 2 o'clock. Then I got to get out of here at 3 o'clock to head up to the Christmas house so I can do Whiskey and Wisdom with Mark Z tonight from the Christmas house with Diana and Dale. So my Wednesday is very calm, Jen. How's yours?
Well, your day sounds like a housewife in the holiday season.
How's your
I'm doing great.
How's your Wednesday?
I woke up at peace. I'm having a great day. I don't know. I love my job. I'm fine.
Fill in the dead air there. Okay, let's kill just a little more time. Please don't forget that these videos do occasionally get censored still over on the YouTube side of the house, but you can always find the shows on MikeBarra.blogspot.com until in such time as Google decides I am an evil person and decides to take down my blog as well. But between now and then, you can hit MikeBarra.blogspot.com for all updates, all the shows that Jen and I do, the shows I do with the guys, Toxically Masculine Tuesday shows, videos I've done, interviews I've done with other members of the UFO community, which I think I want to do more of those. Lectures. This is my Ancient Aliens and JFK lecture, links to my books, links to all kinds of stuff. And by the way, do not forget that you can always pick up my, as a Christmas gift, my awesome, where is it? Where's my awesome novel? Lightbringer. Okay, it's not there. All right, I got a novel over on Amazon.com. It's called Lightbringer. It's very entertaining. You can pick it up on Kindle or as a paperback from Amazon.com. It's a good gift to give before Christmas. All the videos there are linked, of course, to the Rumble channel, which is Real News Live with Mike and Jen. This is the current page. There's the show. It should be coming up. There we are. Real News Live with Mike and Jen. You simply click on that and follow us on Real News Live with Mike and Jen. You previously may have been a follower of Real News Live. That was an account. It's not a channel. We don't understand it. It's messed up. Rumble's screwed up. But get over there to Real News Live with Mike and Jen. And when you're watching a video, like you're watching the live stream, get on in there and hit the subscribe button. That allows you to get your questions answered first when it comes to question and answer time with Jen for a mere $5 a month. It's the best way to support the show. Jen and I really, really appreciate it. I see there's already some folks in there on the Rumble side. We are digging Rumble. We like Rumble. Also, please do not forget to visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, over at the cbdgurus.com. Slide on in there. Give a call to Matt or Lucas. They can tell you all kinds of cool, interesting stuff about your health. Hit the wholesale tab, slide down to Mike B Wholesale, type in the discount code, which is ALIEN, no capital A, no S on the end of it, just ALIEN. This week, Matt is giving away some currency in the millions of bolivars to people who order 25, 50, or what's the top? 175, 125, 75. It's great. He gives you a little bit of Bolivar. He's got all kinds of cool products on sale, especially the pain cream, which is wonderful stuff, and the skin lotion, which is also wonderful stuff. Lots of other great CBD-based products. I wanted to give also a special shout out. Now, you didn't give me permission to use your full name, so I'm going to keep this. First of all, Joseph Evans, thank you. Every week, Joe's contributing. Kimberly V. Kim V, thank you. You're a very, very good person, and I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you, Kim, and, of course, all the other folks that occasionally pop in and send stuff. Dave, Porkchop, a.k.a. Porkchop, good guy, great guy. We love you very much. Also, don't forget our other wonderful sponsors, MikeBarraPets.com is a great place to go to get all kinds of cool healing mushroom products for yourself, for your pets, for your dogs, for your cats, for your horsies, anybody that's not feeling well. It's all based on science, the mushroom-based science of the Coriolis versicolor mushroom. And the reishi mushrooms, and you click on the shop now button and it'll give you a list of the products. I'm going to keep this thing up here because Diana and Kristen from Mike Barra Pets are joining us at 11:15. So thank you guys very much. We'll talk about that when we get there. Also, please do not forget, over on the ACN family of companies, link in the description, you have options for Impact Health Sharing, which is a wonderful, wonderful replacement for health insurance. It's better than health insurance. It's cheaper. It covers more. Every doctor takes it. Sign up for it. Link in the description. Also link in the description for the Ledger Nano hardware wallet for your cryptocurrencies, which may be very important in the near future. Also a link in the description. And geez, is that it, Jen? Before we get to the news, tell us what's going on over at jenniferfallah.com this week before Christmas.
Okay, this morning I didn't have time to take the 2-hour reading down. You can sneak in there and still get it. I'm going to take it down as soon as I have a chance to do that today. This is a 2-hour everything, mediumship, past life, anything you want to ask me for 2 hours. Your life, medical, everything. Great gift for somebody. I gave you a gift card, so go in there and get that now. If you want to be sneaky, it's still there. Everything else, we have gift cards. Christmas is coming, and if you don't know what to get that special somebody or that one person you forgot about, it's a pretty good idea, especially in our community, to pick up one of these gift cards, and you could just send it like a picture, and you're done. Merry Christmas. We've got the Everything Healing on sale. If you're somebody who wants to get multiple healings for the year, pick them up now. It's on sale. Everything's on sale except the psychic development classes. Marcy Howell and Susan Gretz also need your business. That's a basic reading with Susan Gretz, and I'm sure you could ask her to do whatever you want with that one. Marcy's got a 2-for-1 on the cleanses, the house cleanses and the personal cleanses. You can do that if you're looking for a hypnotherapist. There is a link there at the bottom for my recommendation for that. So go to jenniferflock.com today, and I will get those gift cards out to you as soon as I can.
Okay, and that is what is going on over at jenniferfalad.com today. Okay, we got through all that stuff. We got our people in YouTube, about 350 over there. Let's see how many are over on the Rumble side of the house today. Oh, about 1230, 1240. So good crowd again. We appreciate you guys being here. Thanks very much for showing up. Okay, let's get on over to what news we have. And it's pretty interesting. I have two bond sources, right? One of which I have not heard from today, unless I check my phone right now and see if he's contacted. Uh-oh, I just gave away that it's a he. So yes, as a matter of fact. Okay. The one bond guy was asked to update his information last night. That's usually what happens before they send you a payment. Make sure they got all the bank stuff set up. The other bond guy has got money in his bank account with the notation pending next to the deposit. The deposit is well in excess of 10 figures, 12 figures. It's more than $1 million. It's a lot of money. He can see it. He's been able to see it for a while. It now says pending. This is new. This means, and he was told to expect that he would receive that, that pending would be lifted and he would be able to spend his money as of noon Eastern time today. So about an hour and 20 minutes ago. I have yet to hear whether that actually has happened or not. If it does, I will let you know absolutely as soon as I can. No, that's somebody trying to sell me a car. Okay. The other thing that's happened is Ripple's US dollar stablecoin, and I'm not positive what it's called. I think it's this new coin that showed up here. It's not Tether. I think it's this USDC valued at $1. But probably not. I don't know which one it is, but it's now being sold on the cryptocurrency markets. It is a blockchain Ripple-based technology. What's Ripple? Ripple is XRP and XLM. So that, a lot of people are saying, that is the quantum financial system showing up as a cryptocurrency. That's what they say. I don't know if that's true. It is now ready to go. The last piece of news is Iraq is done. Iraq has done everything. They have released everything. They are now being held up by the United States, new U.S. Treasury in Reno. Not the current existing U.S. Treasury in Washington, D.C., but the new U.S. Treasury in Reno. And everything was supposed to happen Monday. It was supposed to happen yesterday, and it's supposed to happen today. So that's what we're sitting on. That's what I've got in terms of news. Jen, I know you had your Gentel from Monday. You want to go back over that, or if you have anything new you want to check in with people on?
I have a new update.
You have a new update. Okay, so let me get your Gentel banner. You can't say anything until the Gentel banner is up, Jen. Okay, there it is. Now you can go.
Okay. So I didn't write this up as typical Gentel. I just got it while we were sitting here doing the ads. Okay. So some people are saying that if it wasn't done yesterday by 2 p.m. or something, they're going to do it. We have to wait till the third week of January. Misinformation. That's not true. I just asked Gabriel, and he said for the next few days, it is still planned to put out the notifications. The holidays don't matter. He says the holidays actually provide a nice cover for appointments. She said these are private appointments with private contractors, and if we get close to Christmas, they'll just put out the notifications and schedule appointments around the holidays. Okay, so they'll probably start when you call scheduling appointments at the 26th on or something like that. So this is not a concern or a problem. We're still looking for notifications to come out sometime tonight, maybe even tomorrow or Friday. Either way, we're good. Okay. I asked if there's anything left to do. He said no. I said, what's going on now? He said the RV centers are calling people into work for final checklists and training. So they're calling people in to make sure all their T's are crossed and all their I's are dotted.
Dies are audited.
I've been doing that lately.
Dies are dotted.
It's like a symptom of stress or something. Anyway,
a symptom of a stroke, maybe.
Dude, I'm not going anywhere, right? I'm not having any strokes or doing anything. I've got lots to do. So,
all right.
Mama's fine. So, anyway, that's what's going on. Finishing touches. Wait a minute. Where did we hear that? It's in the Gentle. Finishing touches underway. All right, we're getting ready for this. They just want to make sure that they don't have any glitches. They don't have any problems when all these people start pouring in to make the appointments, or when they get to the appointment. So I don't think the third week of January is true. I don't feel like that's true. People were asking me about being able to go into the bank. Somebody put information out. Now, I'm not saying that person put out misinformation. They may have been told that or misinformed or something. But no, I don't think at this time you can take things in and get any kind of good rate for your dinar at a bank. And that's what I know right now.
Okay. So, again, this is the same thing that I heard on the news side, and it just appears we're just waiting. We're just waiting. We're just waiting. And we're not waiting for anything other than it to actually be released to the banks. So a word, an email, phone call, it's kind of where we're at. And it just doesn't make any sense that it hasn't happened. And it doesn't make any sense that it won't happen. So let's just make it make sense and have it happen. How's that sound?
Okay, let's do that.
I know you talked to the team. Gave them a rah-rah speech last night and told them, okay, guys.
I asked the whole team to pray for us, guys. All the archangels. Geez, everybody. I was on it last night. Let's get it Wednesday night. Let's get over with. I want to move on to new subjects. Okay?
Yes. It's time to start talking about. So I'm going to start talking about more important things like Ferrari, McLaren, Lamborghini. Which one? Which one? Where do I want to live in the summertime? Because I sure as shit don't want to live here in Vegas in the summertime. I know that. That kind of thing. All right, guys. About let's see, about 1,700 of you guys in the live stream today. That's pretty good for Wednesday.
Did that? We're both need a vacation. We both need a vacation. Yeah. I can't talk right, and you're doing things over and over again.
Yeah, you should come.
We're just totally fried, people.
You should come to Vegas and you can enjoy there's no pools operating right now because it's cold, but you can come enjoy a weekend in Vegas, and we can go look around at hotels and decide where we're going to have the party. Let's have that happen once this goes. Let's just do that. And
okay, but I'm staying with Regina.
Well, that's fine. And she will cook you the best pizza you have ever had in your life. All right. I want to remind everybody, Jen, I do want you here on Monday for an update. I want you here.
I am here on Monday. I'm not going to, of course, be the next 2 Wednesdays. I'm taking.
Christmas and New Year's. The 30th, we probably can do the 30th. But let's hope we don't have to. Let's hope we're under, a 3-month NDA, and we just have to say, guys, we got to take the time off. We can only come on and talk about other things. So wouldn't that be great, Jen, to just come on and talk about how we're going to spend money and the things we're going to do for humanity? And let's do that. Let's plan that for the 23rd.
For all the new things that Trump's doing in office. Oh, let's talk about that. Did you see that? What he put out about Canada?
Yeah, well, it's becoming more serious. And My favorite part about the second Trump administration is going to be the buying Greenland part. That's going to be the best.
I don't know how to say this, but a long time ago, I got Gentel that Canada, Australia, and I think
New Zealand. It was New
I
Zealand.
was getting like England.
England, yeah, all of
Like-
the Commonwealth English speaking countries. Yes, go ahead.
Is now going to be owned by the United States and part of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And that
I remember
sounded
that.
crazy at the time, but now we see Donald Trump saying, no one can answer why we subsidize Canada in the tune of over $100 million a year. Makes no sense. Many Canadians want Canada to become the 51st state. They would save massively on taxes and military protection. I think it's a great idea. 51st state. And he put something out the other day where he referred to it as a state.
Yeah. And the thing is,
conditioning the public that, yeah, this is going to happen, or that we've already done it.
let's ask
Exciting.
Rock, as long as we're here. What is the population of Canada? Is about 39 million people. That's less than California, isn't it? That's less than California. So yeah, Canada, the whole thing could easily become just one state. 40 million people. Yeah.
And that would be awesome. And then some people are talking about Mexico. I don't see that.
What's the population?
And some confirmation on that. Why would Trump put a wall up through Mexico to stop people from coming in and out of Mexico if that's going to be
a
territory
state.
as well? So I don't really think Mexico's included. I think it's everything the Crown owned.
Yeah. I believe it's everything. Yeah, I think you're right. It's everything the Crown owned at one time or whatever. And it sounds like we're going to buy them all out. Like we're going to buy out the whole Commonwealth. So this is also part of the NASARA thing. This was the NASARA-JASARA thing where US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and England, who all have a pretty common culture, relatively common culture, and language, are going to become one thing. And then Europe is going to be, come under the domination of Russia. And I don't say that in a bad way. The Orient is going to be China, and Indonesia is going to be the Pacific Islands, and I think Hawaii is going to join them. Good riddance. We don't need your two fucking Democrat senators, and we don't need you. Go ahead, go. And yeah, so that's also, that I've heard in 2015 that Kaliningrad, Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania, as well as the parts of Ukraine that Russia is now holding in the military conflict, were going to be Russia. These were all ceded to Putin as part of the JASARA agreements. So that would be
it's some kind of confiscation because of crimes or way things were handled, wars or something.
Well, and they're Russian speaking territories, basically. I mean, I know the Lithuanians have their own language, but it's basically Russian. So, not a whole lot of difference. It's like the difference between, Quebecois French and French. Not much difference. Or Spanish and Mexican Spanish. It's kind of the same thing.
Canadians are going to be so happy.
Are they?
I've talked to a lot of them,
the Trudeau government is on the brink of collapse. It's like ready to disappear. So.
And what if the Crown is bankrupt?
Well, they are. Yeah, they are.
And we bought it from them for real good. I don't know. I feel like I just keep getting the word confiscated.
Well, when Trump went to England, remember when Trump took office in 2017, the first thing he did is he did a world tour. He went to England. You notice he walked in front of the Queen. Well, we were told, oh, look at him. He violates all the rules of protocol. What a brute this guy is. The Queen motioned him in front of her. The reason she did that is because the United States was no longer owned by the Crown. What he delivered to them was the paperwork dissolving the corporation of the United States, which the Crown of England had owned, and reestablishing a republic, which then bought out the Crown of England. So that's what was going on there, and that's what she was symbolically telling you, is that he now leads me. I do not lead him. The United States has grown up, and now they're going to take the lead. And the same thing with his trips to Saudi Arabia and all that stuff. So that was a symbolic world tour of the way things are going to be in the future, which I think is very exciting. I just wish we could get that one trigger event, and we all know what that is, to get this thing started and start living that new life.
Well, that all has to happen for all of that other stuff to happen. I mean, and we're getting close to the inauguration. I mean, we got to get this done before the inauguration.
Yeah. It would be really epic. It would be really epic. So, all right, guys, tell you what, let's roll on into questions. Jen, we've got you for another 40 minutes or so. Let's get some questions answered, guys. I'm going to skip over most of the animal questions. Well, maybe not. I'll have Jen diagnose, and then maybe I'll re-ask the animal questions when we come back to Diana and Kristen later on.
Yeah, just if there's something I need to look inside to see.
Yeah,
and then she can tell them what would be best to do for them.
Pop out the chat. And let's do a screen share. And if that goddamn heat doesn't come off soon, I'm going to blow a cork. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
There's a certain person who also lives in this house who runs at the wrong temperature. Let's put it that way. Let's see what screen shares we can do here. Let's try this one. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I can actually see that. Awesome.
Except I get to be on top. All right, let's roll with the Rumble questions. And of course, again, the folks who subscribe, $5 a month, get a little red castle, and they get to ask their questions first. All right, Catalina, Little Red Castle says, Jen, do you see me leaving Houston for a job?
No.
Nope. Maria Net says, I have a meditation meeting this Friday about a probate issue. Will the judge rule in my favor? And if not, what can I do to resolve the karma with my brother before the meeting?
I don't feel too good about the mediation issue. I feel like you're not too happy with what goes on there. And there's something else that you have to do.
Okay, Lisa says, Jen, by the way, I forgot to put up, once again, I forgot to put up the question. Questions for Jen need to include your name and your real name and the real name of person or entity you are asking about. Hi, Jen. I lost my beautiful 15-year-old cat called Keo around 3 years ago. I'm sorry. The vets couldn't find anything wrong with him. He just stopped eating and hid behind the chair a lot. Was he just ready to go home?
I'm looking at a little organ, and I think that might be either kidneys or liver or something. It's a filtering organ. There was something wrong with it. Just stopped working all of a sudden, really quick. Okay. I don't know if is it a heart? Oh, it is a heart. Okay, that is the heart.
Oh.
His heart just stopped. It's just time for him to go.
Oh. Christy Swan here. Jen, any idea if and when I may meet my person?
Well, you need to make yourself more available to do that. Gabriel said, and I think I'm in July. When you're with someone.
Hi, Mike and Jen. It's Joe. Jen, our cat Greg has not come home in a day, which is unusual. Is Greg the kitty okay?
That's an awesome name for a cat.
Greg.
He'll come back. He's having a good time. He's just like off on a little mission. I don't know what he's doing.
Well, tomcats, if they're not neutered, will go on these 2-week binges of mating where they go crazy and try.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's off on a little adventure right now.
Yeah, with every female he can find. And, they live off the land, they chew on some mousies, and they get as many girl kitties as they can. Try to go out searching for those females in heat. So, okay. Okay. Paula, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber says, where will I buy a house after the RV, and will Hannah, my daughter, come with me?
What was the first name again?
Paula.
Paula.
Mm-hmm.
Where will she buy a house?
Yeah.
I do see water nearby. It does look like I'm seeing waves. It's somewhere on the coast. I can't make that decision for you. The daughter comes initially to help you set up, but goes back and forth. So it's not leaving there exclusively.
Okay. Whirly Bird likes my haircut. You're welcome. Thank you. Or sorry, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, okay. Gary, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, Jen, you said I would exchange in Ohio. Will it be with Wells Fargo or someone else? Does it really matter, Gary, at this point? But
it is not at Wells Fargo.
It is not at Wells Fargo. Eddie is now a monthly supporter and gets a Little Red Castle. Actually, it's a white castle with a red background, but we call it a Little Red Castle. Okay. Did you push the reset button on your socket, says Dougie B. There is no reset button. So it's an older socket. I don't know what's going on. I got to go check and see if they've got fuse. I don't even know where the fuse box is in this house. I got to go look for it.
Hairdryer.
No, the hairdryer is fine. I plugged it into a different socket and it works fine. So, okay. So, primetime gal, Little Red Castle, Robin B here says, I saw a magical ranch property with zebra babies and horses. Do you see me purchasing this? Plus my first choice home.
No, not that one.
Okay. Cast 348 is now a monthly supporter. Thank you very much. Catherine and Michael Frederick are asking, my son is graduating in February from the Navy. I miss him so much. Do you see my husband and I getting to go and see him graduate?
Yes.
I did that. I went to the graduation for my stepson from the Navy. That was an interesting experience. He turned out to be a complete fucking retard, but oh well. Did I say that out loud? Brenda, hi, Mike and Jen, Little Red Castle. We are putting our house on the market today. Will it go under contract and sell fast?
45 days.
45 days. RC Austin, we really need your name, buddy. A car got totaled. I have 7 months of medical bills from injuries. Wants to know if he's going to get a large sum of money. Austin, that's all I got. RC Austin. You know, it's like, I'm trying, dude, but you got to help me. If you get something, great. If you don't get anything, that's the way it goes.
Seeing something like 25,000 or something like that.
Cast 348, who is a new subscriber, wants to know, Jen, do you teach how to speak directly to spirit, especially to Master Jesus?
Yeah.
That's part of the classes, right? That you put on there too? And you also do individual training.
Individual coaching, yes, I do.
Okay.
Psychic development, interdimensional meditation, all the way up interdimensional travel, which is remote viewing, all the way up to conscious creation.
Cool. Stroobs 1207 says, Gentel confirm Remy's right shoulder, that was the doggy, seems to be getting better now finally after 2 days. Definitely sore, but seems to be okay. Thank you, Jen.
Glad to hear it.
Did a little healing on him, right? Laura wants to know where she and her husband are going to be spending Christmas.
Oh, it's a stab in the dark. I don't know. You're at home, and then you leave and go somewhere else. So I feel like you're at home for Christmas Eve, and then you leave. So I don't know.
Okay. Andy is wondering whether he'll be going to Vegas with my friend Jody in February. Maybe we can meet up, Mike. Have a great holiday.
Later February into March, possibly. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Rhonda, $10 Rumble rant. Thank you, Rhonda. Do you see me being able to quit working and take care of my mother, Linda, with Alzheimer's? I don't care for the place she's at. Thank you.
Yeah, and you also have somebody come in to help you with that. So you have the money to do that.
Carol wants to know if her Uncle Larry, who has Parkinson's, is getting into a med bed, or will my cousins decline the help for him? Will her cousins decline help for him out of greed? Well, he gets to decide if he goes into a med bed or not your fucking cousins.
They're open to seeking alternative therapies, yeah.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Okay, Frederica, $5 Rumble rant. Thank you, Frederica. Hi, Jen. When I exchange RV, how far away in time will it be from my house? Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
About 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes. Ray, Little Red Castle, $5 one subscriber, says, my son Jeff has suffered from treatment-resistant depression for several years. He is making some progress, but what more could I do to help him? Is there anything more Ray could do for his son Geoff, or Jeff, Geoff? Why don't you just name it Geoff?
Not really. He needs to do things on his own.
Again, Eddie, Betty, I don't know your name. I think this might be Betty, Little Red Castle. I don't have your name. We really need your name to get these questions through so Jen can connect, but we're going to try it anyway. Can you tell me how serious my blood cells count is, and can it be corrected?
Well, the doctors would consider it serious. It can be corrected, though.
Yeah, sorry. The new crypto coin is RLUSD, and it is 1-to-1 with the US dollar. If that is the QFS, and anything on there is going to be using that is going to be 1-to-1 with the US dollar. It's pretty interesting. Thank you, RLUSD. Joanne, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says Adeline is out of the hospital and her plates numbers came back up. I suspect you mean
Good. I did do that healing, Joanne.
Is she going to have a complete recovery? And do we know what was the problem? Thank you, Jen, for doing a healing.
This is something they're going to have to keep an eye on with her numbers over time because of the family history attached to that. But for right now, I see her coming out of the woods and being okay. That's just something they're going to have to monitor and manage.
SUM projects, Mike and Jen, first, much love and light. Second, I've been banned from both your chats. Okay. You got to send us your username if you want back in. And usually what's been happening is I'm really sick and tired of these big, long statements that look like spam, because at the end, at the bottom, it's always got join here. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're going to put in some statement from some other site, that's basically okay, unless it's Billy Carson. That's basically, or David Wilcock. That's basically okay. But take those links out of there, because I'm just getting sick of all this. So anybody who's doing that, I am just calling it spam and getting them out of there. So that's probably what happened to you.
Or you get confused as spam by admin, you know?
Yeah. And it's just it's like, send an email to Chris Iverson or send a message to Chris Iverson on Telegram, give him your username, ask to get back in, tell him I said it's okay. But you guys I want you to start watching yourself. I'm tired of going through and seeing 300 messages and 100 of them are either spam or they look like spam. And it's like, if you want to have a conversation, I want you to have a conversation. I don't want you to just post other people's shit in my chat all the time.
All right.
Unless it's up for discussion. All right. Sorry, I didn't. Okay. Esther was Eddie. Well, that was Esther. Okay. Frederica, again, another $5 Rumble rat. Jen, Vincent didn't get the house he applied for us yet. How long do you see it taking to get a rental in Cumming, Georgia? Or is it somewhere else in Atlanta?
happens real fast. So like within a week or two. Yeah.
Okay. Please remember to hit that thumbs up for Mike and Jen. That's right, especially on Rumble. It helps get the show circulated. I appreciate that. Rex says, Jen, any word from the guides on what to get my son for Christmas? I don't think that's usually their area of expertise, but Jen, we may as well ask anyway. What should Rex get his son for Christmas besides a Ferrari?
I don't know. Get him a gift card from me.
Yeah, there you go. Little Barb, $10 Rumble rant. Thank you, Jen. Hi, Mike and Jen. Barbara here. I'm a former barrel racer, currently 61 and not able to ride. Will I be able to get back to my love of riding, and when? I assume you mean after a...
You do, but you don't actually do the barrel racing. You know, Katie was in rodeo for a long time. I grew up with horses, but that's whole bunches of fun. But...
Deb would like to know...
Probably a fall at this age for you, with what's going on with the hips, that would not be good. So
well, I think she means after a med bed. Will she get back in after?
Oh, after the med bed? All right, let me look.
I suspect that's what she's asking.
Yeah, you'll be able to do all of it.
Cool. If you want to. If you want to. I'll be able to play basketball again or soccer. Maybe I'll play soccer. Okay. Deb wants to know if her husband Shep has a message for her. I assume Shep is passed over.
I don't know if he was someone who talked about all these things that we talk about, but he just said, I wasn't lying. It's real.
Okay, Diana. I'm sorry, I've got to resend this link. That should work. Okay, Diana, I resent you the link. Should be working. Butter's Mom, $10 Rumble rant. This is Joan P. Good morning. Wondering if you see me in my dream house with a pool in the next couple of months.
May.
Elaine would like to know, do you see me getting a home in Black Rock, a gated community, or a home in Hope, or neither?
Hope. Is that in Sandpoint? Close to Sandpoint? Is that what you're talking about? That's nice. I was thinking about that. Hope is more likely.
Red, White, and Blonde wants to know what shows we're doing over the holidays. Well, we're doing the 23rd, and we're doing the following Monday, the 30th. Jen and I will be here. I don't think both Toxically Masculine Tuesdays are New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve. We're not doing shows for that. Obviously, if things happen, if there's another attempted assassination on President Trump, we'll do the news show. We'll come in and do a special show like we did in July when they tried to kill him. So,
don't say that.
Well, we tried, so
don't put that in our reality. Yeah, I'm just doing Mondays. I basically scheduled some time off because I need it, and it's the holidays, and I'm going to enjoy it, get some things done. Probably reorganize the house, but stuff like that. But Lisa, so I'm basically just going to be on Mondays.
Yeah. Lisa says, I'm having a scope done at 12:24 in the morning. Will they find an ulcer? I have an abdominal pain and nausea. Of course, the more I worry, the more nausea I have.
Name again?
Lisa.
You got 2 spots in there are questionable, and they do look like little ulcers, yeah. They'll put you on medication to get that cleared up.
Deb, I think it's Deb. She can give us her name. Oh, Debbie. Okay.
Yeah.
How long do you see me at my current position? My body really hurts. I'm a massage therapist.
Another month as of this moment in time.
Alpha Sting, $10 Rumble rant. And just a thank you. Well, thank you. The world will end up in 7 kingdoms. That's probably true. Greenland population is about 70,000 total. Yeah, so I don't think you can make a state out of it. You can make it a territory. Yeah. Maria, Little Red Castle. I'm going on a trip to Cabo for my daughter's birthday. Will I have the RV appointment before that so I don't have to be frugal for her 35th birthday?
When is it?
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Doesn't say when she's going. God, I love Cabo. I've been there. That was so much fun. Of course, that was like in the 90s.
Yeah.
I don't see you being frugal. I see you having a blast and just like very happy. So I assume that this happens before you go.
Laura, Little Red Castle, says, please ask the angels when we should put offers on the properties for our humanitarian projects and our home. Should we wait until we get out of the pending in account period? I don't quite understand.
You need to wait until you receive your funds after your project is approved.
Yeah. Beth, do you see me exchanging close to home? Will I be safe on my own?
Yes, on both.
Love Trumpy says Ukraine's always been Russia. That's also true. Okay. Susie says, my daughter's getting married February 1st in Mexico. Do you see it going smoothly with travel and us all getting there, especially me and her dad, Tony?
Now, travel's a little stressful. Okay, so prepare for that. Just busy, rushing. You guys, I see you guys running for a flight or to rush to get somewhere. So give yourself extra time. But I see you sitting down talking to somebody about how everybody got there. So, but what I do see is like something like you thought you were supposed to be one place and then you're rushing to get to another gate. So just make sure you give yourself a lot of extra time.
Rebecca, $20 Rumble Ramp. Will we be purchasing lot 1, lot number 2, lot 3, lot 4 on Overlook Drive in Oklahoma? Which one of those 4 lots will they buy in Oklahoma? 3. Jesus is the reason for the season. He is. Gary would like to know, Jen, you said I would exchange in Ohio. Will it be at the Wells Fargo or someone else?
I did that.
Why does it matter, dude?
I did that.
Why does it even matter?
Please only ask once.
Michael wants to know when he's going to be in a med bed.
June.
Okay, Jennifer in Concord wants to know if redemption centers are really a thing, or do we simply walk into any bank that does currency exchanges?
They're a thing.
Yeah. Moira would like to ask about her mother, Regina, who passed away 2 years ago. Does she have a message for me?
I'm fine. I think she said her brother or her mother is with her. There's no need to worry about me. I see you. Everything's going to be okay.
Okay. Okay, Cash Mama, I don't know your name, but she would like to ask for a healing of her husband, Charles, who has much shoulder pain due to a bad complete shoulder replacement that was done.
Okay, send me an email with his picture and his first and last name.
Okay. Will Trump be inaugurated on January 20th? Or some other time?
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big celebration.
Okay. Corina Thompson, it looks like, says her boy Cooper has been throwing up for weeks. One vet said acid reflux, another said inflammatory bowel. Is it something more serious or is it even emotional? Karina is asking about her doggy Cooper. I'm going to save this one.
Inflammatory bowel.
Okay, I'm going to save this one. It's inflammatory bowel. So, Karina, come back and ask the question again when we get Diana on, or either or she will just answer the question, what's a good course of treatment for that. SMU Project says, by the way, Jen, I would totally subscribe to your Rumble channel for $5 a month. Shit, I'll cancel Netflix and give you their fee. Netflix and give you their fee. Wow. No more Netflix and chill for you, buddy.
Right on. So that's the plan if we don't, RV. I'm still going to do shows because I still have a lot to teach. I'm going to have a lot to learn. I'm going to do fun meditations again, fun shows. I mean, there's no way I'm going to stop talking. I mean, you guys are all waiting to do your humanitarian project. I started mine early. Okay, this is mine, so I'm going to keep doing it.
Jen's been living it for quite a while. Okay. Trish K wants to know if she's going to need surgery on her knee. She fell 2 years ago, and it seems to be get better and then worse.
Yeah. Because what's going on is it keeps slipping out to the side, like it moves too much, and that's really unstable, and you could really blow that out hard if it. I think unless you get into a med bed, which you probably will, if you were to do it traditionally, you're gonna need surgery on that.
Okay, we gotta move through these. Alford, my dad Alford, Alford, passed away in 2017. Sometimes I feel that he's here. Can you tell me if he has a message for me? That's Janet.
Says hi. Something quick here. Can you give me something? He wants you to listen to him. He's talking about she needs to hear me. I want her to listen to me. So yes, he's there, but you're just not listening. That's what he's trying to explain.
Karen, Little Red Castle, is missing her dad named Guy, who passed almost 14 years ago. He used to come to me, but lately I've not had any connections. She's kind of wondering where Guy is at.
He said she doesn't need me as much, so I don't come as often, but I still come and just don't notice me.
Okay. Tiffany, is it Tiffany? No. Where did I lose that one? Oh, yeah, Tiffany's asking about her son Cannon with a K. Will he get the football scholarship he's seeking?
No.
Lynn would like to know if her deceased ex, I could really use his name, has a message for our daughter, Tasha. Guys, please, we need everybody's name. It really helps. But go ahead, Jen.
I have to call the person, so I need a name for that. You know what I got the other day, for all of you wondering about your loved ones? You know how we watch these series on Netflix and all the streaming services and everything, and we keep up on it. This is how our loved ones at home keep up on our lives. So, like, you know, they'll fast forward for times when you're sleeping and it's boring and you're staring at TV or something, but they're watching from there, like, your life. Everybody talks about it, you know, that's involved with you. So it's entertaining for them. So they do know what's going on in your life.
Yeah. Evie Michelle says, Gentle confirmation, my daughter's cancer was self-contained in the tumor and did not spread. I think, Jen, I remember you talking about that on Monday. And the lung biopsy was negative. You are the best.
Good. So, glad to hear it. Thank you.
Diana says she gets a little depressed around the holidays. Any suggestions? Get out and be around people. Put on an ugly Christmas sweater. Go to a bar and let guys hit on you. Just have some fun. Have a drink.
Just do something for yourself.
Go out. Be around people. Robin Joe would like to know what was going on with her upset stomach and headache yesterday.
We're just fighting something off.
Jeannie Louise, $5 Rumble Rant, says, when the RV happens, I have 4 houses I have my eye on, 3 near me, and 1 abroad. Will I have any one of them or all 4?
2 here. You will eventually have 1 abroad, but it's not that one.
Kathy Clem, Little Red Castle, is having bouts of forgetfulness. Is it just her being overwhelmed, or should she be concerned?
So am I. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's sinus or stress or being overwhelmed or just need a vacation. It's that time of year and we've all been running a long race, you know. Give yourself a little break. The other thing is when you have too much on your mind, the people in my family, when I cleaned out my dad's house when he passed, sticky notes on everything. So make a list if you have things in your mind. Make yourself a note, because when you've got too much going, you'll forget things.
Yeah. DB Young, $12.59 is now a monthly supporter, $5. Thank you, DB Young. Elaine says, I had a CAT scan scheduled for blood, urine at a physical. I canceled it, trying to wait for the med bed. Can you tell me if it's necessary to get it rescheduled? Yes. Proceed with your medical treatment as if the med beds did not exist, because as of now, they don't. Do not wait for a med bed. Take care of your chicken, as Marshawn Lynch said. Take care.
We don't want to do that with anything. We don't want to put off our financial responsibilities. We don't put off our medical responsibilities or anything. If you don't like the traditional methods or traditional medicine, go to a naturopath. Go to somebody else, but don't ignore it, because it could turn in, snowball into a bigger problem. Don't want that.
And Sheriff42, $5 Rumble Rants. Julie Crawford says, Jen, can you please tell me if I have any counterfeit bills in the currency I own? That is Julie Cranford.
I don't. A couple of them are questionable. Most of the time, when I see this, it's because of serial numbers or the quality that, it's not scanning correctly or something. Counterfeit, no.
Okay, good. All right, let's slide over to Rumble for the last 10 minutes before we kick Jen out of here and bring in Diana. Okay.
Rick, I don't know why you think you care about that.
Jen, I'm new here. My name is Troy. Do you see my wife Amy and I creating all of our humanitarian projects? We have about 12 of them.
3
projects. 3 of them. Focus on 3. Where the hell do people vacate that live in a vacation spot? I live in Vegas. The only place I want to go is someplace cooler in the summertime.
I live in a resort.
Santa Barbara.
I want to go find the heat and the waves and the pools and sun.
Yeah, I'm kind of on a constant vacation. I don't need to go on vacation. I wish Trump would buy Canada as a Christmas gift. Canada's worth a little more than Trump is, but Trump has a lot of dinar, so he may be worth a lot more than. I think he's worth a lot more than we think he's worth. Tommy wants to know, do you think the RV will occur before Christmas? Yes, I do.
Working on it, Tommy. I think yes.
I do. I woke last night at 1:11, again at 3:33, and again 5 minutes before my alarm at 5:55. And I was dreaming all night in between of exchanging at a bank and trying to keep my wife from fainting. Well, that sounds like a good dream to me. Dave Barrett had a dream about the exchange process in like 2014, and he described it to Mark Z, and Mark said that's exactly the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
Station to station to station, the way Dave described it, because Mark has actually been through it at a redemption center as part of the training and now holds an SKR, I believe. Chris says, my fiance's job restructured. Is he safe and secure? Will he succeed? Love you guys.
He's safe.
Rick Norman is going to be selling a couple vehicles in early spring. I'll negotiate, but will they be moved quickly? He wants to know.
Yeah.
By the way, hi, Diana. Hi, Kristen. I see you guys in the background. About 7 or 8 more minutes. Or if Jen just wants to cut out early, she can always cut out early, too. Jen, this is Mindy. Can you see if my cat Duke is getting better? Mindy wants to know if her kitty Duke is getting any better.
Yes.
Stay in the chat, and when Diana and Kristen get up here, ask them some questions about what's going on with them and see if there's any good recommendations they have. Darlene wants to know if there are any messages from her parents, John and Sophie, from heaven.
Just keep trying. They say that you are listening to the guidance they're sending you. Almost there.
Almost there. Okay.
Why is everybody texting me now?
Linda says, I just got sad news, but it's not unexpected. For those of you who used to listen to Coast to Coast with Art Bell, Sean David Morton just passed away early this morning. His wife, Melissa, texted me a little bit ago. Well, about 10 or 15 years ago, Sean was my best friend. We used to call him the third bear triplet. And unfortunately, couldn't stay connected because he got into a lot of things that got him and others in a lot of trouble. And I'm sad to hear that. There was a rumor about that before. And it turned out not to be true. And this may or may not be true.
Okay, anybody wondering, Susan Gretz is out of power. So she's having troubles in their town. So if you do not hear from her, she's telling me this because we had something scheduled today. So also Carissa Holcomb. Whoops, maybe I shouldn't have said your name on here. We missed her question. Will I be buying the property I found this weekend in town? In the town that I live in? Yes.
Jen, can you see if Sean Morton is in fact passed or not? Is this real this time?
Yes.
Okay. I will have some things to say about that in the next few days about Sean. Jen, some people just spend their whole life fighting.
I just heard he is in transition.
Well, Godspeed to you, Sean. Lisa wants to know, do you see her buying a house in Milan, Tennessee, or building a house in the same town, and approximately when? Everybody wants to know when. When's the RV?
Make a decision. Make a decision on that one. That's too much.
Gina wants to know her guide and or angels' names.
Christopher is your guide. Rod. It's abbreviated. Okay, so the angel wants to be called Rod.
Rod. Okay.
Yeah.
I have photos of Mike and Sean at Conscious Life Expo back 10 or 11 years ago. They were on a panel and cutting it up and being cute. Yeah, that was fun. We were funny together. We were very funny together. And I remember that. And we hung out with Pete Carroll before he was coach of the Seahawks and he was still at USC for hours and hours behind the scenes. That was lots of fun. A lot of good memories with Sean. You tend to forget about the bad things and the things that weren't great. So Baja Girl says, when I called an ambulance last week for my husband, I was calling in the angels for help, and I realized that the EMTs were the angels that saved his life. Well, that's an appreciation.
Yeah.
Okay. Stephanie was wondering whether if you see her and her husband Chris buying a house at the Lake Kiowee that we love so much.
Yeah. I believe it's. I see you getting a house on the lake or very close to it. Yeah.
Ernest, thank you for the advice. I don't see a button anywhere. There's only one outlet in the bathroom. I'm going to have to really look for it, but maybe it's under the sink or something. Tiffany wants to know if the book I just published titled Talia Gray will be successful. It's a book about a witch, kids book. Will it do well?
Not without the proper marketing. You're going to have to market this thing yourself. You're going to have to get out there and get a following, get your readers, and get it circulating. If you just let it sit there, it's not going to do anything.
Okay. Speaking of books, by the way, get out to Amazon.com, pick up Lightbringer, a Dark Mission novel by yours truly, Mike Barra. It's an awesome book. It's really funny, Jen. I asked the guy who did the cover to I said the male lead kind of looks like Clive Owen, and the female lead kind of probably looks like Jerry Ryan from Star Trek Voyager, and he made them look exactly like them on the cover. It's like, no, literally, I didn't want you to steal the actor's head. But it's only $7.99. You can get a hardback, which is great, or you can pick it up on Kindle at Amazon.com. In fact, you know what? I think I'll put a link in the description, or not in the description, but in the wow, that's a long link. I'll put a link in the chat if anybody wants to go pick it up. It is really an excellent read for Christmas time. Okay, Jen, I'm putting that in there. Any other questions, comments, concerns, anything else that you want to say to anybody before we head out of here for our weekend?
You're going to want to get your gift cards before Christmas Eve. Because if you're going to, men, all right.
Men.
I started out in retail in life too. Okay, man, Christmas Eve, everybody's panicking, running around, buying things. Okay, don't expect me to stop cooking and putting out the event and send you your gift cards because you slacked off. Get in there before Christmas Eve and get all your gift cards, and I'll get them out the night of the 23rd. Okay, I'm getting them out as I go.
Yeah, our show on the 23rd is going to be the deadline, guys. If you're going to get your girl a gift, you got a week left to go take care of that.
Well, at least so that when I sit, don't hit me at 11 p.m. on the 23rd when I'm sleeping or something and expect me to get it to you. But I will take a look in the morning, of course. I will take a look in the morning for the stragglers, okay? But I'll do my best. But get in there, give your gift cards now. Go to jenniferfallah.com. And you can sneak in there. I got a reading right after this, and then I'm going to go pull down the 2-hour reading. If you want it, go get it.
Jen, did you ever look at Impact Health, or do you want me to have
Not yet.
You want me to have somebody give you a call and explain how it all works to you? Because I'll do that without it being a sales pitch.
No, I will do that when I'm ready. If somebody gives me a call, I don't like that.
Okay. Well, I can have Zester call you possibly. Zester's really
Zester
good.
didn't call me further.
Because Zester's young and handsome. Yeah, Zester can call me. All right, I'm going to bring in Diana and Kristen from MikeBarraPets.com. Everybody say hi. Hi, Jen. Hi, Diana.
Hi, Jen. Hi. We're busy ordering books on Amazon.
There you are. Yeah, it's a really excellent little book. And I have another one, but it's a little too intense.
Oh, okay. Well, we just ordered.
Oh, it's a little too intense. So I haven't put that one out, but this one is out. So pick it up for a Christmas present. Stick it under the tree. People will like it.
Every time I see Jen, all I can think of is, oh my gosh, how do you do that hair?
I know, it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't know. I wash it. And
it's fabulous. It's like I'm looking like, wow, it's gorgeous.
Thank you, ladies. Well, you guys have fun.
I think you
going.
I love listening to you, Jen. It's just so I love that.
I think you need a line of hair products. I think you need a line of hair.
Oh my God, I would buy them in a heartbeat.
Thank you. Is it your house that's decorated for Christmas?
Yes, it's
Oh
our
my
house.
goodness,
Yeah.
you girls, that is so amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. My husband does it all. I just feed him and make sure he has a little scotch here and there. And
That's what they want. That's what
Yeah.
they
All
want.
right. All right. And I will be broadcasting from Diana's house tonight on Whiskey and Wisdom at about 5 o'clock with the original Mark Z and that handsome young boy Zester. And we will see everybody then. Jen, thanks. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
Jen. All right. Well, here we are. Nice to have you guys back again. It's been a while. And I just want to tell everybody, if you're still in the stream, whether it's on Rumble or here on YouTube, if you have pet questions or questions about your own health, that's what we're here for. So I'm going to let Diana and Kristen take over and tell you what's going on with over at MikeBarrettPets.com and get your questions lined up, and I'll try to find them all and slip them in there when we get to the question part of it. So,
well, first question, most important, Mike, how is little Miss Fluffy Muffy doing?
Well, she's doing better. She has these open scabs and things on her neck, and quite a bit of them. And I think what happened is the yeast infection got bad in her ears again, and she started scratching all around. So she's got all these terrible hot spots. I am putting the pet balm on it, but I'm also putting the medication, like it's kind of like a Neosporin thing on there. They do seem to be getting a little better, but they're still kind of raw. And then I'm giving her eardrops for this. It's just I just think her yeast infections get out of hand, and I don't know how to judge it. Like, I'll use a Q-tip on her a couple days a week just to make sure it's not bad. And I pull it out, and I've had doctors look at what I think looks pretty bad and go, "Oh, that's no big deal. That's just normal debris, right?" And then the other vet was like, "Oh, that's really awful." And I'm like, "But the other doctor told me this wasn't that bad." So, I'm just trying to work all the treatments and give her insulin shot, and it's twice a day. And I keep counting down for her. I keep telling her, okay, there's only 8 treatments left. So, and then I am using the pet balm in between. So like when we get done here, I'll go put the pet balm on her and
well, that mushroom in the pet balm is really going to help. So this is a good thing. Well, I'm glad that she's up and about. She kept us up all very late the other night, and I don't usually stay up that late, but I was worried to death about her. So,
well, and why don't we talk about that? Because what happened is that somebody who shall remain nameless, not from the CBD gurus, suggested that I use Miracle Gold on her hotspots, because he had done it with his cats, and it made her very, very sick because it has peppermint in it. So that shouldn't have been done. And that's what made her so sick that I was worried enough that I took her to the emergency room. Turns out, had I just simply not done that and just taken her to the regular vet, guess what? We would never have had a crisis. That's what was making her so nauseous and sick. And I didn't know this about cats and dogs, but peppermint is really bad for them.
Peppermint is actually toxic. So I hope you can put this up in your Telegram room or somewhere. And I encourage everyone to print this out, take it to work, put it on the bulletin board, pass it out in the lunchroom. There are so many things that can end up putting your animal in the hospital over the holidays: poinsettias, mistletoe, peppermint, chocolate. These things are going to be all over the place, and our poor little babies don't know any better sometimes. We think that they know not to eat something they shouldn't eat, but when it's in our home, they think we've provided it for us and they trust us, so they eat it. And that's exactly what happened with Miss Fluffy Muffy. A little peppermint just got into her system, and it's toxic. And gosh, it was so scary. But I'm so happy that it wasn't anything more serious and that she was able to get through it. And so kind of that's what we want to talk about a little bit today, is the holidays and your animals. There's so much going on over the next 2 weeks. Everything from, we got all these people in the house that normally aren't here. We've got this crunching and sounds of tissue paper and wrapping paper, and we've got smells that we're not used to having, and all this stuff just amps up your animal. And we want our animals to enjoy the holidays with us. We want our animals to not end up in the emergency room. We want our animals to be able to be out with us and not locked away in a room because they became a pain in the butt and started jumping on people and jumping on things. And so we've got some tips today of how we can make the holidays better for everybody. Also for ourselves. We're going to be around all these people. We're going to maybe be going to church services that are larger than normal. We're going to be having people in our homes hugging. We're going to be in other people's homes. We're going to be in cars traveling places. And so what happens is that we now become compromised too, because our immune systems take a little bit of a hit. So, we're going to talk a little bit about the human end of it in a few minutes. Right now, I'm going to talk about the pet end. But first, we're going to announce a little contest. We've got a contest for Mike Barra Pets. If you send me a picture of your fur baby, whether it's a dog, cat, bird, lizard, whatever, we're going to be taking a drawing. We're going to be sending out 20 seatbelts. This is really important that your animal dog has a seatbelt in a car, because if you get in a wreck, they jump out, they run down the highway, they get hit by a car, and or they get ejected. So these seatbelts are really cool. So if you send a picture of your pet to Mike Barra Pets at gmail.com, we will do a drawing, and we're going to get these out. We're going to mail them right around Christmas time, so you'll have them right after Christmas. But we really want to see all the pets that you have. We want to see the pictures. They're always a lot of fun. And if you place any orders with us and you tell us that you placed an order, you get a second entry into the contest. Yeah, Pet Bomb. It's really good.
Yeah, I got some of that from Diana the other day.
It's really good stuff. It really is. So let's talk about treats and toys. We got this great platform with Mike and Jen, and they're doing so many good things for the community. And so what we really want to ask all of you to do is to go to MikeBarraPets.com and look at some of the things that you could buy your animals there, instead of supporting the big box stores or putting your money in places that don't give back to the community like Mike and Jen do. So it's important that you remember that our treats are all made here in the United States. Everything is sourced here in the United States, and everything is good for your animal. So, for example, a lot of you are out there buying rawhide, you're buying pig's ears, all these things that you think are really good to put in your little doggy and kitty cat stockings. At the end of the day, they're horrible. They have shoe dye, they have glue, they are painted. And if you even knew how they harvested pig's ears, you would never, ever want to give them to your animal. So let's look at some alternatives. We have antlers. And even though Kristen never knew that these fell off naturally, I don't know if she thought we were going up and yanking them off of the elk and the deer.
I didn't know they fall off every year and just grow back.
She really didn't know.
Yeah, I thought you were pretty smart when I met you, Kristen, but now I don't know.
Number one, city girl. Number two, born and raised in Las Vegas, and we all know Nevada's like 50th in education.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's good. They don't teach you about your natural shed antlers. So what are these antlers? They're full of amazing marrow and minerals. It's so good for your dog, and they do love them. And then we also have the full antlers, which for aggressive chewers like my dog, this is amazing, and it lasts forever. But then also, I want you guys to take a quick look at this. This is a pup. This is a pup's belly. This is in the belly. All the stuffing here and this bone right here in the belly. So if you are giving your animals things that are toxic and it ends up in their belly, because sometimes dogs do that, you end up leaching poisons into their system, and it's really, really not good for them. So what we have is a natural hemp rope. It's just hemp. So they can play with it, they can tear it apart, they can eat it. It doesn't matter, it'll digest. So a natural hemp rope is a great way to go for your dog for the holidays, for their stockings. And then we've also done the brilliance of putting the two together and made a pull toy. So they have an antler to chew on. You can pull and play with it. Cody loves this. And it's just one of the best. But we didn't forget the kitty cats, because we know, sometimes cat people feel like they get left out. And when we don't leave our cat people out, we know how important your cats are to you. So we have created a little one, which is called a nipster, and it has a little bell, but it's also packed in catnip. So you can refresh it, and the cats can have a heck of a time running around on catnip pie. Also, our mojos. Kitty cats love them, dogs love them, and they're good for them. So here you are giving them what they think is a treat.
Every dog that I have given those to has loved them. In fact, now when I go around here and walk Barkley, all the dogs, if they see me, they're like, "Oh, that's the guy with those mojos." They come running up to me. I'm the most popular guy in the complex. So yeah,
well, that's a great way to pick up. That's a great way to pick up girls too, Mike.
I almost said he's attracting all the.
I would never try that. I would never exploit Barkley that way.
Oh, Barkley's
Right.
saying, go ahead, Daddy. It's okay. But these are amazing. Kitty cats love them. Dogs love them. We have roadrunners eating them. We have chickens eating them. I even have a human that I know that eats these because he
Me
likes
too.
the energy that he gets from them. So it's just little teeny tiny pieces of freeze-dried, hand-cut beef liver covered with the coriolis versicolor mushroom. So it's going to help their immune system. So for the holidays, think about treats where you can support somebody who's doing something good for this community. You know, Mike is here every single week for you guys, 2 and 3 times, 4 times a week, toxic masculinity, all the things he does. And it's important that we support these people that are out there putting themselves out there on these podcasts. And, you know, go to his website, Mike Barra Pets, and just get these products for your babies because they're going to help. But now for the kiddos. Somebody called this a granny pack. I love the name granny pack. So, you know, when we're grandparents and we have little ones and we think, what am I going to buy them? The latest, greatest toy. And what about the gift of health? But here's how you do it. We had a grandmother who, unbeknownst to her daughter, gave her grandson a little bit of coriolis versicolor mushroom because he was really sick. And they were getting ready to put the 3-year-old on a steroid. And the next day he was better. And he has not had a flare up for like 6 months now. He's been on the coriolis versicolor mushroom. And of course, now mom and dad know and they're all for it. But what she did is she bought a subscription, monthly subscription for the gummies and for the snack pack chocolate chip cookies. So every morning, mom can say, do you want one of grandma's cookies? Do you want one of grandma's gummies? And the kid can choose. And they have a delicious product that's going to set them up for their immune system being healthy. And again, we're coming into a time where it is really important that all of you guys understand that we're going to get sick if we don't have our immune systems working optimally and working as good as they were meant to work. And Mike is showing all of the different things on our website. When you go to your website, it's very easy to click on dogs, horses, humans, or cats and figure out which line of product you want to look at. But we were talking about what's coming up with the fireworks at New Year's Eve. Chill doggies. Give these to your pups to chill them out a little bit. The worst thing that you can have is an upset dog on New Year's Eve. 4th of July and New Year's Eve, our shelters are full of animals because they freaked out over the fireworks. It's so sad. They don't know what to do. They just get scared and run. We had one dog in the Vegas Valley that was running into the door so hard because he just wanted to get out because he hated the noise that he broke his snout. I mean, imagine a poor pup banging his face into the door so much that he broke his snout. And all he wanted to do was run. So let's be aware and conscious that you need to do something to drop the dogs down a little bit, relax them a little bit. We can do that with lion's mane, with beautiful, wonderful rosemary, catnip, which calms dogs down. It does the opposite for cats. And just get them a little chill doggies and have them here so that you can just, make the New Year's Eve nice for them too. And also you don't want to end up at the shelter trying to find your dog because that's not a very fun thing to do at all. So
by the way, get your animals chipped. Okay.
I
don't like it for people, but get them chipped so you can find them.
100%. And, that is just one of those things that, callers have their name and number on it. You hope that's true. But also if you've chipped your animal and you've moved, update the chip. I can't tell you how many times we hear from our shelter, yeah, there's a chip. We called the number. It's no longer good. So it's not that hard to do. Take your dog to a local vet or a local shelter, have them scan the chip, make sure the information is current. Because again, Mike, that's a really great suggestion that we just don't want our little babies out there wandering around and wondering what happened to mommy and daddy, right? It's terrible. So Kristen is going to talk a little bit about, the human end of it and what we're all getting ready to face coming into this holiday season.
Yeah, especially as we're, like Diana said, we're going to be around a lot of people, a lot of family and the parties and all of that. So, as we all know, immune systems right now are pretty much under attack and they're being compromised. And this, in my opinion, is intentional in a lot of different ways. And we do know that there are various industries that are really, really benefiting from our immune systems being compromised and offering us solutions that have a lot of chemicals and synthetics and a lot of stuff that our bodies don't even know how to metabolize. So it's really important that we're redirecting that spending and going back to the natural resources that are just available for us for free and abundantly in nature. And that's why we focus so much on mushroom therapy, and especially the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, because of what it does to support the immune system. And then as the immune system gets that support that it deserves, then it can fight back. And it's the same for our pets, our animals, as well as people. And we have to keep our immune system supported. That's the most important thing that we can do. And so we have a very pure and potent strain of the Coriolis versicolor mushroom we're so grateful for. This is why we're having such positive results, and especially with our pets. It happens relatively quickly. Within about a week or so, people are noticing positive results. And we have all the polysaccharides in it. And so it's really important, especially if you are taking mushrooms currently, that you're making sure that it's been being tested for purity regularly. You want to make sure every batch is being tested for purity. That's so important. So if you are looking for that additional immune support, we have it available, like Diana said, in treat and toy form for pets, because it's much more fun to give our pets treats than supplements.
Yep.
And then for humans, we do have these Inforce capsules you can get. They're called Inforce. And these are also really helpful if you have like a pet with a special diet. You can pop open the capsules. There's a powder inside that you can just mix with their food if you'd like to do it that way. A little more cost effective as well. And then there were a couple of complementary mushrooms. While we think that every pet, every person, every day should at least be on the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, keeping that immune system supported, there are some complementary mushrooms that can help us get more, take a more targeted approach. So if you have very specific concerns, these additional mushrooms can help in conjunction with the Coriolis versicolor mushroom. So we do have the Inforce Plus, which is the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, and a little bit of reishi mushroom, which is alkalinizing. This can be really helpful for regulating blood pressure levels, blood sugar levels, cholesterol levels. We have the maitake mushroom in the Inforce Restore. That's particularly helpful for liver and pancreas support. We also have the Inforce Clarity, which is the lion's mane mushroom. This is very helpful for nerve and brain support. There are a lot of studies being done on Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, neuropathy, all different types of nerve and brain conditions, where they're finding that this lion's mane is not only slowing the progression, but in some instances, even reversing the progression. So it's really exciting, and we're really hopeful and inspired by what's being found on the lion's mane mushroom. Also can be really helpful for people that are dealing with weight loss issues. It helps to remap the brain. There are a lot of studies being done on that as well to maintain a healthy weight. And then we also have our new product called the Inforce Shield. And this is the shiitake mushroom. And the reason why we added this is because it's not only really helpful for cardiovascular support and also rich in antioxidants, but I don't know if you knew this, but there are the number of cases of shingles is rising dramatically, and other conditions like shingles, which are these viruses that are just coming out of nowhere. And it's getting to the point where it's alarming. And the shiitake mushroom has a lot of antiviral properties. So it helps to promote antiviral functions inside of the body. So that's why we introduced the Shield, to help people that are dealing with that. So especially if you take it along with the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, it really can help to accelerate your progress.
The one woman was asking about a cat, and the cat is just not eating the super sauce. So what we could do with this is you could open this and put this on the cat's food, or on something that the cat liked. Maybe what about not even a half of a pill a day, a half of a capsule a day might be what you could do for poor little Duke.
And Duke, and they are picky, but they're also creatures of familiarity. So what we found is you can actually get them more familiar with the taste and the smell of it by maybe just adding a little bit, like 1 drop with their food, and then increasing it little by little, and it allows them to get used to it, because they're very particular, especially when they get in like a routine and they have something consistent. Any deviation from that like ruins their whole world.
Well, and we know cats are in charge. I mean, they're very different than dogs.
What do you always say?
Cats have staff and dogs have masters.
Masters.
Yeah, we know that. It's just how they are. So Kristen's right. That try it a couple different times, but then you can also open the human form. And I see this question about this poor little Yorkie who is just getting inundated with fleas for the first time. There's a product you can buy on Amazon called Wondercide. Wondercide is an all-natural flea and tick repellent. I use it whenever we take our little dog up into Idaho or places where we know he's going to be exposed to fleas and ticks. It smells really good and it's all natural. It's not poison. So again, watch those poisons that you're putting on your animals. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
but yeah.
no, it's welcome.
Yeah.
So I also do want to let people know that we know that there are people that have horses or, they need to maybe buy the product in bulk. We do have packages available that are like bulk packs. So for example, our mush ponies that you give to horses or dogs even that are the size of horses, it's more effective for you to get one of our packs to like a Mustang pack. You can save pretty much hundreds of dollars doing that. And then also we have alpha packs at the bottom of that page that you're showing that will really help people to buy it in bulk, and they're customizable. So you can get anything that you like put into that pack, but it helps you get up to 30% in free product. So it can be really helpful for people.
Yeah, and this little dachshund question about seizures and cataracts and mushrooms. So, I go to two things when I talk about, animals with seizures. First of all, the FDA did approve CBD to be used for seizures in infants. So that can be helpful too. But what we'd like to start with first is the immune system. And I would say with that little baby, if you just went with a super sauce to start, some of the stories we've had with ocular issues and improvement. My own story with cataracts, I had a cataract and the doctor said, wow, it should have grown more. It should have gotten worse. It should have gotten worse. And it's not getting worse because I was taking Corell's versicolor mushroom. So this is a really, really good one for this little baby to start with. I would start with this first, see how he does on it, and then possibly, give me a call. I do have some certifications in CBD, and I can hook you up with what the gurus are offering and what the best product for your pet is. And again, when you're doing CBD for dogs, make sure that you are not getting CBD with flavored peppermint, because a lot of CBD is peppermint flavored. So make sure that if you're giving it to your animals, it is not the one that is peppermint flavored.
Lots of cases of dogs with the cloudy eyes and the crystallization in the eyes, and it gets broken up and cleared up from the Coriolis versicolor mushroom.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's really, because I see lots of them. I have a charity I love in Seattle area called Old Dog Haven, and they just take in old dogs, and they do a great job adopting them and finding, permanent foster homes for them and stuff like that. And so many of them have the cloudy eye thing. And maybe if this other thing would happen that I'm kind of waiting for, maybe we could get you working for them and supply. Maybe I could pay for you to supply them with medicines for the little animals that are in their care. That would be.
Could you imagine if we could just go around going, here, this is for you, and this is for you, and this is for you, and oh my gosh.
Well,
all these doggies that have these problems, here, talk to Kristen and Diane.
Yes.
And we have several rescues that we work with that have completely moved away and that solely use the Coriolis versicolor mushroom to rehabilitate their animals, and they're saving tens of thousands of dollars a month.
Yes.
All these animals that come in abused and neglected and malnourished are making total recoveries just by feeding their own immune system. The mush puppies, and especially the super sauce has been really helpful for them.
Yeah.
So my dog has a small tumor growth in the throat area. What can I do to reduce or remove it? It feels like fatty tissue, like a soft.
It depends on, what type of tumor it is. If it's something that's not harmful for the body, because this mushroom doesn't cure anything. It doesn't help with any particular symptom or do anything special. All it does is it feeds the immune system. And then the immune system goes in and goes to the source of whatever's creating the problem in the first place. So there are hundreds of studies that have been done on this mushroom, many of them on the anti-tumor effects of it, where in these hundreds of studies, they found that tumors go away completely. The body's able to eliminate them on their own. Either they'll break it apart and excrete it. We've had some instances where the body did surgery on itself and opened up the skin, pushed out the tumor, and then closed up the skin. So we've seen that just in our own personal experience several times, as well as, you know, when you couple that with all of the research studies that have been done. But if it is not a dangerous thing, if it's not harming the animal in any way, a lot of times the immune system will go to other areas of the body first before it goes to break up the tumor if the tumor is not harmful. But yeah, we've especially, we're noticing a rise in tumors, especially at the sites of injections where pets are getting vaccinations. There are tumors coming pretty much all the time. So it's very, very prevalent right now in our pets, and we're finding a huge reduction. We have a kitty, Miss Penny Lane, who had a tumor in her bladder, 17 years old, and we just gave her the super sauce, and a month and a half later, the tumor was gone. So we're seeing all kinds of wonderful things.
Yeah, give the body the support it needs, and it will do the job it needs to do. It's pretty doggone simple.
Aussie Mom, the website's right there. It's MikeBarrettPets.com. Just go there. It links you to all the products. I also put it in the stream, so you can just go there. So that's what we're talking about.
I'm more than willing to answer any questions that you have. Just email us at mikebarrettpets@gmail.com. Send us a picture of your little puppy or kitty or bird or snake or whatever you have, and we will literally enter you into the contest to win a seatbelt. And and also place the orders under Mike Barrett Pets. Let's help Mike. Let's help this community, because Mike does a lot for us. I don't think, Mike, you realize sometimes how many people depend on your show and sit and wait for you to come on, and you make their day, and so we need to repay you.
And I don't, you're right. I don't appreciate that until I like have an event like we had here in Vegas, and people come up to me and tell me how much they like this show or that show, and it's important to keep doing it. And the days that you don't want to do it, you realize, well, there's somebody out there that really needs this. So,
yeah.
Yes, Jane, you need to get more consistent with the super sauce. I just, it's really a struggle for me to get Miss Fluffy Muffy to take it. Jane says 2 of the dogs have suspicious growths. Okay. So, send Diana an email and describe it, and she'll maybe get you on the right stuff. And Jules in Maryland says, I saw all sorts of lunacy with animals while working for the airlines. Oh my. So would something like chill doggies work for a dog, but what about kitties? Is there anything you can do for kitties that are going to be stressed?
Unfortunately, the cats are going to do what the cats are going to do. Now, there are some things that the veterinarian can give your kitties, but again, it's a drug. It's hard on the liver. It's hard on the kidneys. I think with the kitty cats, there's not too many people that fly with them. Just snuggle them up in their little approved crate, and that's pretty much all you can do. You can do a little bit of CBD, which will drop them down a notch, but we don't have a chill kitty yet.
Chill kitties.
We need a chill kitty.
A chill kitty product, right? Jules in Maryland says, that was that one. Jennifer says, I listened to Diana the other day. I bought the mush ponies for my senior German. I think you mean mush puppies.
No, mush ponies. I recommended that she buy the mush pony. Yeah, because he's so big. I have one of the customers has a 300-pound dog and a 150-pound dog. It would break the bank to give them mush puppies. So we give them the horse product where they can cut it in half, and it can end up being about $15 a month. And the only difference is the flavoring of apples and carrots versus peanut butter.
Which a 300-pound dog doesn't care about the flavor.
That's right. That's it.
Eat anything.
And everything.
Let's go. Let me go over to Rumble, see if I can pick up a few questions over there. There is this guy, Joe, whose cat, Greg, went out on a bender, looking for females. When he comes back, what's a good thing to give him to get his nutrition back up? Because sometimes kitties will go away for 2 weeks at a time looking for females. So is there something that they can do to get them back to health right away?
I'll tell you, the Super Sauce A and also these Mojos. Now, the problem with the Mojos, you don't want to give too many because they're incredibly rich. It's kind of like us eating a whole chocolate cake. We love it, but then we pay the price later. So these are really good for getting their energy back up. The liver is so good for them. And I have not met a cat yet who didn't like Mojos. Cats are tough with things, but man, they love the Mojos. I know Zester, whenever their box arrives, the cat literally tears through the box to get the bag of Mojos. It's hysterical.
My cat does the same thing.
Yeah, it's so
wow. Because I've had Miss Fluffy Muffy, of course, just ignores them. So I'm like,
She
Yeah.
definitely is. I would say with her, what we're going to need to start doing is possibly opening the human Coriolis versicola and putting it on whatever it is that she's convinced you and Dave Barra to give her to eat that day, because I think she's running the roost over there. But yeah, but this might be our answer with her, because we've got to get some stuff into her. She's got way too many issues. Poor little baby.
Right.
Oh, look at my God. Yeah.
Is it okay to give her a little more than the recommended amount of super sauce?
Yes.
We recommend, yes.
Yes.
The good thing about this mushroom is it's just a whole food. There are no side effects. She can't overdose. She can't get addicted. It doesn't interact with any medications or treatments. It's really no different from eating a mushroom on a salad or anything like that. So the more that you can give them, the better, because it acts as a catalyst so that the immune system can start generating more of those cells that are going to go help the areas that need the help. And so, yeah, we always recommend doing 2-3 times the recommended amount at first, and then going back down as your pet starts recovering.
However, with the super sauce, because it is so rich, you don't want to do that right off the get-go. You want to kind of slowly move them into it, because you don't want to create any diarrhea, which is going to create a little bit of dehydration. So but
sometimes the immune system will actually, because they have a lot of gut issues and intestinal issues. And so when the immune system gets that support, one of the first things that it'll do is detox, purge, eliminate as many of those toxins, clear out the system. So the mushroom itself won't give your dog diarrhea. It's if the immune system decides that the body needs to eliminate all of that to clean out the digestive tract. Sometimes it'll do that. So just to let you know.
Yeah, we've really had some amazing stories of detoxing with people and with animals, when they've started on something like this.
Yeah. Okay, ladies. Kristen, what does your t-shirt say?
Oh, my pets on mushrooms is yours.
Oh, okay.
It's a great conversation starter.
Yeah, I would imagine it is. It's a t-shirt. Yeah, I just like to make you stand up and show that. All right, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you ladies so much. Kristen, I don't know if you're going to be around for Whiskey and Wisdom tonight.
For the world.
Are you kidding?
Your husband's name, is it Doug?
Kurt.
Is he going to be there too? Or are everybody going to show up? All right. So we're going to have a little party tonight at the Christmas house in Boulder City. It is so incredibly beautiful, folks. You will not believe it. On the Whiskey and Wisdom show. Is there anything else you guys would like to add?
It has nothing to do with pets, but we did just order your book, The Lightbringer, then I saw your other book, The Choice, and I was like, I'm intrigued. So I ordered that one too, and I can't wait.
The Choice is really good stuff, especially since everything I predicted in it 15 years ago now is coming true today. It's literally coming true. So it makes me look really smart. And if it's good enough for a bunch of Shaolin monks in LA, then it's good enough for you. That's why
Yay!
It's a second best-selling book. I like that book a lot. That's good. That's good. You'll enjoy that one.
Shaolin monks too.
Yeah. And the novel, let me know if you like the novel. The other one, it's a little too extreme for some of you ladies, you delicate ladies out there. Guys, thanks a lot for being here. I really appreciate you showing up. And we got to do this more often to get people into it. And again, reminding people, this isn't just about pets. These products work for human health as well. And they're really, really positive influence on your body. It's great stuff. And thank you again, Kristen and Diana. It should be Diana and Kristen, Diana, because you're on the left.
Yeah.
So thank you guys both. Thank you guys both for being here. Anything you want to say before we head on out? It's just MikeBarraPets.com, right?
Yeah, and call us if you need it. Email us if you need anything answered. We're more than happy to help.
Yeah. Human, horse, dog, cat, ferret,
chicken,
tortoise,
sloth. Yeah, sloth, raccoon.
Sloth. I love sloths.
Please write us if you have a sloth.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for being here. And thanks everybody for being on the show today. What I'm doing Whiskey and Wisdom from the Christmas house tonight. I don't know how we're going to be able to hear the dialogue from Mark. Maybe I'll have to bring my headphones too. I got my laptop I got to get unpacked. Yeah. I got a million things to do today before I get out there. Thank you guys. And we love you very much. And we'll see everybody back here later tonight for Whiskey and Wisdom. And don't forget, Strictly Football with me and Brian Engelman tomorrow talking about football. All right. Thanks.